On this week's edition of the Overtime, we start with NAU men's basketball following their senior night win over Sacramento State. We'll also break down NAU women's basketball and their recent conference matchups. Then we preview Coconino basketball's playoff outlook and check back at their regular season performance and key wins that help secure their postseason spot. Finally, we'll close with a local classic, Coconino and Flagstaff High's rivalry to end their regular season. All that and more right here on this edition of the Overtime. Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Overtime. I'm your host, Katherine Lemish, and tonight I'm joined at the desk by Johnny Padia, who's making his on-screen debut. Johnny, it's great to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me on here, Katherine. I feel great. A little cold. It's like a snow globe outside, but I'm happy to be here at the desk where it's warm. We have a lot of basketball to look into today.
We sure do, Johnny. Let's take a look at NAU men's basketball from this past weekend. This season has definitely been a transition year. A full roster rebuild for both men's and women's basketball means a lot of new pieces trying to find rhythm. The men sit at 10-17 overall and 4-10 in Big Sky play, heading into the final stretch. There have been more competitive moments and signs of growth, but consistency has been the challenge as the season winds down.
The focus really shifts to development and what this group can build on moving forward. Coach Burkhardt is building a program with high expectations indeed. But to wrap up our men's basketball talk, we have sports reporter Ben Sloan in the studio to tell us a bit about their senior night.
Thanks, guys. This weekend was the last time on Findlay Toyota Court for some Lumberjacks, and it was certainly a night to remember.
Coach Shane Burkhardt and the NAU faithful honored 3 graduating seniors, Oakland Fort, Diego Campensano, and Trayvar Jackson. Fort and Campensano have spent their entire careers playing for the Lumberjacks, with the 2 of them combining for over 1,200 career points. After the Lumberjack victory, Burkhardt praised the veterans' loyalty and spirit.
2 guys like a Diego and an Oakland who very well could be the last guys to play their whole college career at NAU. I think in today's day and age, I think it says something about the loyalty of Diego and Oakland, and it sure is nice to let him leave here with a win.
With his family cheering alongside him, Campensano notched an 18-point double-double, the first double-double of his 5-year career. Campensano says the game served as a time of recollection of what got him to this very point.
One of those games you reflect. I know Trey's only been here 1 year, but I've been here 5 years. Just so many different teammates and different experiences, and having our families here is awesome. The Lumberjack fans, but it just helps everyone involved. It helps the coaching staff, it helps the players, and we love to get the win.
The season nears an end as the Lumberjacks prepare for a 3-game road trip, then 1 final home game against Montana before preparing for the Big Sky tournament in Boise, Idaho.
The Lumberjacks will be on the road for the remaining 4 regular season games before heading to Boise, Idaho for Starch Madness and tip-off for the Big Sky basketball tournament. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Ben. Starch Madness is going to be pretty awesome to say the least. I wonder what the chances are for the Hornets and the Lumberjacks to have a rematch in the tournament.
The way those teams are playing, you've got to at least consider it a possibility.
And another reason for Starch Madness is going to be awesome, Katherine, is that the women's team is tipping off as well. And this will be head coach Laura Dinkins' first time in the tournament as a coach.
Absolutely, Johnny. I think that's what makes this season so interesting. Laura Dinkins isn't just a first-year head coach. She's played here. She knows the expectations and what it means to wear that jersey. And I think that connection to NAU gives this rebuild a little more patience and belief moving forward.
We have to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be talking more basketball with playoffs around the corner. Stick around.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Welcome back. Now, Katherine, as much fun as it is to talk about NAU basketball, a team that really has made heads turns this season is actually our local high school.
I totally agree, Johnny. Let's turn our attention to Coconino High School. Sports reporter Matthew Begay is here to give us a recap of their latest action.
Thanks, Katherine. Last week, the Coconino Panthers and Flagstaff Eagles faced off for the second time this season in a classic crosstown rivalry match. The Panthers beat the Eagles in the last match, but was headed into the game with a 10-game winning streak and wouldn't be denied.
In a game that brings the Flagstaff community together, the Coconino Panthers hosted the Flagstaff Eagles in a rivalry clash that had postseason implications. The game started off with a physical battle between both teams. With intense crowds from both sides, Coach Cooper Elliott says his Panthers had to overcome a slow start to secure a season sweep of their crosstown rivals.
Yeah, fortunately for us, we've been a third quarter team for primarily most of the year, and that's been one of our strengths. We're kind of a slow starting team, it seems like, against a lot of teams. But we were able to get relaxed, poise, all that stuff, and come out with a victory.
The Panthers honored 5 seniors on senior night, including point guard Hushki Nilsson, who says playing team basketball fuels the Panthers' success.
We just told ourselves, we're playing for each other. It doesn't matter who scores the most, who, does the best. It's all one person wins, we all win.
The Panthers won the game 67-39. Going undefeated in the Grand Canyon region, they finished 18-3 and will begin postseason play next week in the Open Division. Elliott encourages his seniors to enjoy the final few weeks of high school basketball.
Just enjoy it, man. And we got a lot of older guys that have put up with my crap for 4 years now, and I just want them to soak it in, because once it's gone forever, and we have an opportunity to compete at the highest level, and let's go make the most of it.
The Panthers are headed down to Gilbert to take on the Highland Hawks tomorrow night for the first round of the Open State bracket. Back to you guys at the desk.
The Coconino Panthers have been strong all season, sweeping the Flagstaff Eagles and holding a record of 20-4. Players like Hushki Nelson have been huge in these city rivalries. Johnny, do you think Nelson and his team have what it takes to make a run for the Open?
I believe so, Katherine. The Panthers have done so well in the regular season, and I think that spark will continue. However, Highland is a 6A team with a record of 18-4. It'll be a tough matchup for Coconino, but I'm excited to see what they can do tomorrow night.
I agree, Johnny. All right, everyone, we've got highlights and recaps coming up right after the break. Don't go anywhere.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
Welcome back, everyone. We're excited to have Ben Sloma back here with us at the desk.
Thanks for having me back. We're wrapping up spring sports, and it's been a great season.
But you know what, guys? There's one sport we haven't talked about. Katherine, you're on the track team. How haven't we discussed this?
I'm not sure, Johnny. All right, y'all, let's talk NAU track and field. This season has been strong across all event groups. Colin Solomon has had a monster season, breaking the NCAA indoor record in the 800, a 37-year-old record, might I add. The sprint and hurdle crews have posted season best and many NAU top 10 marks. Throwers like Desmond Lott have dominated in the weight throw, who is currently ranked first in the Big Sky. And distance runners are consistently pushing the team up in the Big Sky rankings. The men's distance medley relay is heading to Colorado this weekend to try and punch their ticket to the national championship. while the team competes at the Dome one last time before conference in Pocatello, Idaho. With Big Sky Championships and NCAA qualifiers on the horizon, this team is hungry to finish strong and stay in national contention.
Wow, Catherine. We should have led with that. Now, of course, Flagstaff is known for being a runner's nightmare. The elevation, the weather, yet we have some of the greatest runners in the country.
Yeah, Ben, and now that indoor is winding down, I cannot wait for outdoor season to start.
But how about All-Star Weekend, guys? What did you think of it?
I think it was super cool. Did you guys see Anthony Edwards get that MVP honors?
I did.
I would not lie to you, though, that slam dunk contest, I would much rather watch paint and dry than watch that again. I'll
I
tell
agree.
you that much.
That's so real. Yeah.
Well, that's all the time we have for you tonight. Thank you all for joining us on this edition of the Overtime.
I'd like to say thank you to our sports reporters, Ben Sloma and Matt Begay. I'd also like to thank all of you for tuning in tonight. I'm Johnny Padia.
And I'm Katherine Lemish. We'll see you next week for the next edition of the Overtime.